question is, when staring at your big goal and it seems like a massive elephant that you can't conquer, what will you do? Well, that's the question, and this podcast, Eat Your Elephant, is here to help you to find the answer that will keep you moving forward and making progress. Because you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. I'm your host, Nick Macy, and let's dive right in. Well, hello there. Glad you're here and glad you're joining in. Here it's all about setting goals, achieving goals, taking action, doing the good stuff in life to help get where you want to go, have the life you want, and enjoy it. And one of my goals is to have this podcast be able to be helpful, and to help you in the areas that you need so that you can keep making progress towards your goals. And in order to do that, I do need a little bit of some help, some assistance, some feedback. I'm all about sharing the things that I've learned or am trying to do in my life for my goals. But what would be really helpful is to hear about what is the challenge or the obstacle that's stopping you. If you would take just a few minutes, go to nickmazy.com/survey. I can hear from you on what your number one biggest challenge is that you're struggling with to accomplish your goals. Just go to nickmazy.com/survey. You can do it anonymously. Just let me know what's holding you back. That way, I can try to talk about it on the podcast, have some material to be helpful and assist you in that way, and everybody would be better off. The podcast would improve. It would be able to serve you better. So just go to nickmazy.com/survey. So today I'm talking about kind of a counterintuitive step that actually helps you to get to be faster by slowing down. Now, one of the most difficult things, well, at least for me, when I'm striving toward a goal, when I have something that I want to achieve, and especially when I'm trying to hammer down and just pursue it fast, and I got to get it done, or whatever it is, when I'm driving forward, one of the hardest things for me to do is to stop intentionally. And it's quite difficult. When you're trying to move forward, when you're trying to take action and make progress, why stop? Why slow down? Why not just keep going forward? You got the momentum. Well, because sometimes the slowing down part can actually help you go faster. I'm all about setting goals and taking action, achieving them, enjoying life, moving forward, making progress. I love it. That's awesome. You determine what you want, and then you go after it because it's your life and you got to pursue it. But at the same time, all that action doesn't always lead you to where you want to go. Yes, you have to take action and do things in order to move forward. But the thing is that not all movement is in the right direction. Running really fast won't get you to the finish line if you're going in the wrong direction, right? The only way to get there is if you're pointing in the right direction and you're moving forward. Just like businesses doing a quarterly or monthly report or having a check-in meeting to make sure that everyone's on track and going in the same direction. And something very similar can be a huge help in achieving goals. To slow down, stop for a minute, figure things out, make sure that we're getting in a really good place to start moving forward again, and then start taking action. So this might look like a little 3-step process. The 3 steps are pause, reset, and pursue. First, you got to pause. I'm sure you've heard the saying, you can't see the forest from the trees. When you're deep into what you're doing, it can be difficult to see where everything is in relation to where you're at, where you're going, and to see any adjustments that need to be made. So that's where the pause is helpful. It's a moment where you stop intentionally, you slow down, and you allow yourself to think. Because when you're working hard and you're taking action and you're moving forward, it can be tough to see all the other moving parts and make sure that you're on the right track. So that first step is the pause. Then the reset. What will help you to be more productive? What's holding you back or slowing you down? Can you make an adjustment or improve your actions a little bit? What about mindset? Where's your mindset at? See, this is where you can make the little adjustments to your plan or your actions, or even your mindset to make sure that what you're doing is going in the right direction. It is the most efficient and effective way, that you have the necessary tools and that you need to keep moving forward and making the progress. This is where you can figure out what those adjustments are. And for the reset piece, I mean, if you're having trouble staying focused and motivated and on track, this is a huge component, because when you slow down and you can make those adjustments, it can help you to get that motivation back and to get that focus back, to make sure that you're being effective. You can see that end goal, that vision you're working toward. And the reset is a powerful place to do that. So use it. Use the reset to get back on track, to remind yourself of the big goal that you're working toward. Just take the time to make any adjustments needed so that you can really pursue your goal and achieve it. Then it's time for the third step, which is just pursue. This is the simple one. You've slowed down. You've made the adjustments necessary in order to be able to really pursue your goal. Now it's just time to get back on track and start taking action. You know what you need to do, and so just do it. It's really simple. You've done the big reset. Now you know that I've got my mindset right. I've got my plan right. I've made the adjustments to my actions and what I need to do. And now it's just time to take action. To slow down, to make adjustments, and then to start up again. It's not a very complicated process. But when you're moving forward, when you have that goal you're working toward, when you're busy with life and you got a lot of demands for your time and attention, and you're trying to do all these things, it can really seem counterintuitive to try to slow down. There's so much stuff to do so often. But going 100 miles an hour and just pushing yourself so hard might not really be getting you to your goals in the life that you want. That's where the pause, reset, and pursue can be helpful. Now, so how often do you need to do this? Well, I've experimented with a few different kinds of resets. It might just be a daily mental reset, like a little focusing exercise or breathing, some mindfulness, some visualization, a whole host of other things. It could be a simple check-in on the progress on the goal, done weekly or even monthly. I'm not certain. I'm not the expert on one works best for everybody. I will say the bigger, the more robust the reset that you want to do, the more time it will take, and in my opinion, that means the less often you should do it. If you spend 5 hours on a reset every single day, on really working through where you're at, doing mental exercises, then you won't have much time to be taking action and moving towards your goal, because you spend all the time, checking in and doing a reset. And that's pretty obvious. So personally, I've started to do this daily. I take it just about 2 minutes, just slow down, do some deep breathing, remind myself of what I'm working toward, my big goal, do a little visualization of me taking the action that I need to do in order to get there. And then I just get back at it. It only takes a few minutes, and that way I can do it, like I said, on a daily basis and keep moving forward and going in a good direction. And then I'll do a more robust, really check-in on progress and how everything's going, more on a monthly basis. That's what I'm experimenting with right now, and it's been very, very helpful. So maybe this might be able to help you, to slow down, check in with yourself, see where you're at, see what you need to do in order to help yourself keep going forward, and then get back at it. And this is all in line with, doing what you need to do in order to move in the direction that you want to move, achieve your goals, and enjoy your life. Well, thanks for listening to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. That's today's episode. And like I mentioned at the very beginning, it would be a huge help if you went to nickmazy.com/survey. Let me know your number one biggest challenge in achieving your goal. That way I can make sure that the material in this podcast can serve you best. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your feedback. And I'll talk to you in the next episode about reasonable excuses. All right, take care.